At this time, I have the honor to present to you the moral leader of our nation. I have the pleasure to present to you Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr. I am happy to join with you today in what will go down in history as the greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation.
Martin Luther King means to you?
Freedom, peace, and love. Martin Luther King was for civil rights.
Look where we're at today. President, he made that happen. That's all I gotta say. Happy birthday, Martin Luther King.
50 years ago, a great American in whose symbolic shadow we stand today signed the Emancipation Proclamation. This momentous decree came as a great beacon light of hope to millions of Negro slaves.
All God's children, black, white, yellow, we need to all get along in this world. It's making a peaceful world. Opportunity. I was allowed opportunities that I wouldn't have been allowed because of the groundwork that he had laid. So I'm very appreciative of that.
Who had been seared in the flames of withering injustice. It came as a joyous daybreak to end the long night of their captivity.
I think Martin Luther King means much more than just one person. It's the civil rights movement. It has given equality to African American and other minorities for this country.
Martin Luther King meant a man who had a dream that we would all live together in peace and harmony. He was a role model for us to get involved and just do the work that we need to do, have a purpose, and live your life accordingly. New lifestyle for us as African Americans because we've come a long way.
But 100 years later, the Negro still is not free. 100 years later, the life of the Negro is still sadly crippled by the manacles of segregation and the chains of discrimination.
Martin Luther King means to me, I think about moving forward. He moved forward, even though he was shut down a little early, but he still is moving forward in the minds of all of us. But we got to respect that, and we need to honor that by moving forward.
The hour is long, the time is short, and the business is urgent. And we need to continue to fight for Martin Luther King, for what he strived for.
If you want to be important, wonderful. If you want to be recognized, wonderful. If you want to be great, wonderful. But recognize that he who is greatest among you shall be your servant. That's a new definition of greatness.
He gave me the opportunity to retire as a Bell South executive and to make a lot of my dreams come true.
As an idol, really, of instilling the value of nonviolence.
This morning, the thing that I like about it, by giving that definition means that everybody can be great. Because everybody can serve. You don't have to have a college degree to serve.
A man of humility, integrity, spirituality, character. A man that was definitely led by the Spirit of God. A man that cared for others more than he did himself.
Good evening. Dr. Martin Luther King, the apostle of nonviolence in the civil rights movement, has been shot to death in Memphis, Tennessee. Police have issued an all-points bulletin for a well-dressed young white man seen running from the scene.
You don't have to make your subject and your verb agree to serve. You don't have to know about Plato and Aristotle to serve. You don't have to know Einstein's theory of relativity to serve. You don't have to know the second theory of thermodynamics in physics to serve.
That's exactly where we are now. It's, it's become an economic issue. It's for blacks and minorities, and when where he was headed back when he was assassinated, we might not be where we are today.
You only need a heart full of grace, soul generated by love, and you can be that servant